We're inside InterNACHI's free online How to Perform Deck Inspections course at the receptacle requirements at the deck. There must be at least one receptacle outlet installed outside at the front and the back of the house that has direct access to the ground surface. At least one electric receptacle outlet must be readily accessible from grade level and not located more than 6 feet above grade, and it must be installed outdoors at the front and back of each dwelling unit, having direct access to grade level. So there should be an electric receptacle at the front of the house because there is access to grade level from the required egress door. That's the front door. And if the house has access to the grade level in the rear of the house, another receptacle is required there too. Receptacle at a deck. The National Electric Code 2020 requires that any deck within 4 inches of the house, presumably serving it, requires an electric receptacle to be accessible from that deck. Balconies, decks, and porches that are within 4 inches horizontally of the dwelling unit must have at least one receptacle outlet accessible from that balcony, deck, or porch. The receptacle must be located not more than 6 inches above the balcony, deck, or porch surface. So this is a commonly observed receptacle on the outside of a house at a deck, although this one is a defect because there's no cover. GFCI. To protect people, GFCI protection must be installed at all 125 through 250 volt receptacles installed outdoors and supplied by single-phase branch circuits rated 150 volts or less to ground must have GFCI protection. All exterior receptacles should be GFCI protected. There's one exception for outdoor receptacles not readily accessible for snow melting or de-icing. But personally, as a home inspector, I would still recommend GFCI protection for that receptacle. And that's some information about deck electric receptacles.